say there, folks. Today what we're going to do is cover these 7 chords in the key of D major. 7 chords diatonic to the key of D major. The first 3 strings, we're going to use triads. We're going to get the 7 chords using major chords and minor chords, and 1 diminished. And the whole time we're going to use the open 4th string, which is the D. Okay, we can use that underlying all 7 chords of D major, okay? And you'll hear how that pedal tone kind of fits in. Okay, so I'll call them off first, okay? We got the 1 chord in D major is, of course, D major. The 2 chord, according to formula, the 2, we need a minor, okay? The 2 is minor. So we need an E minor, there's our E minor, with the 4th string open with it. Our 3 chord is also going to be minor. So in this case, we got to go up a whole step from there. We get the F sharp minor. Okay, I'm going to show you how to play these in a minute, okay? Our 4 chord is major. We need a G major. That's just the same shape we started with. Okay, like I said, 2 shapes. Okay, so we made it up to 4. Our 4 chord is major. There's our G. Our 5 chord is also major. There's our A. Our 6th chord is minor. In this case, it's a B. That's the 6th interval of D major. The 7th is going to be a D flat diminished triad with that open D still with it, and then back to a D again. Okay, so that's all I was doing in the beginning. I was just using those chords. You can create so much, really, so much different stuff can be obtained. You know, if you extract some stuff from those chords and create different intros, jam patterns, full songs, whatever you want to do, okay? So, see, these are the 7 chords diatonic to D major, okay? So here's the first one, D. Of course, I'll call them out for beginners, okay? We got the 2nd finger, okay, at the 1st string, 2nd fret, 3rd finger, 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and we got the index, 2nd fret of the 3rd string. That's the key we're in. That's our D. That's our 1 chord. Okay, our 2 chord is going to be minor. Okay, so we need to go from D to E. Our 2 chord is E minor. Okay, so all it really is that textbook minor shape. Like down here, this would be a D minor. If you know your D minor shape, we're just going up a whole step to get an E minor. Okay, so here's the textbook shape for a D minor. You got the index, 1st string, 1st fret, 3rd finger at the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and then we have our middle finger at the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. That would be a D minor chord. Okay, but in this case, that's one we don't want. Okay. We're in D major, remember? We're in D major. Okay, so the chord we need to take that D shape up a whole step, okay? That way we can get an E minor. The 2 chord in D major is E minor. Okay, according to formula. Okay, so now we got the index finger on the 1st string, 3rd fret, 3rd finger, 2nd string, 5th fret, and then the middle finger is going to be at the 3rd string at the 4th fret. Okay, so that's our E minor chord. Okay, that's just a 1, 2, 1, 2 so far in D major. Is the 1. There's the 2 chord, the E minor. Okay, so to get the 3 chord, it's going to take that minor shape. Okay, and we're going to go up another whole step. We're going to get an F sharp minor. Okay? There's our F sharp minor. So now our index is at 5 of the 1st string. Our 3rd finger is at 7 of the 2nd string, and then our middle finger is going to be at 6 of the 3rd string. Okay, it's an F sharp minor. So our 1 chord in the key of D major is D. Our 2 chord is E minor. Our 3 chord, F sharp minor. Our 4 chord in D major, we're going to go back to this D shape now that I showed you earlier. And we're going to bring it up here to 7. And we're going to get that G major. Okay? And we're going to take that. Next, we're going to get the 5 chord. This is going to be an A major. Just take that shape up from 7 now to 9. Okay? 9th position. You got that D shape. But now we get an A chord. Okay? So far, D major, E minor, F sharp minor, G major, A major. Okay? The 6th degree, whatever key you're in, the 6th degree, whatever major key you're in, is going to be minor. 6th degree is the relative minor. So in this case, we need a B minor. Okay? That's the same minor shape we did here. At 3rd position. At this 5th position. Now that same minor shape here at the 10th position. It's a B minor. So your index is at 10 of the 1st string. Your 3rd finger now is 2nd string. 12. Your middle finger. 11 of the 3rd string. And I still, like I always do, have that open 4th string, which is the D. So you're seeing how these chords fit over the D, the 7 steps, 7 intervals, the 7 chords of D major. Okay, that's the 6th degree, that B minor. So now we made it up to the kind of like the leading chord back home. It's got that tension. It's gonna be the D flat diminished triad. Okay, so what we're gonna do for that one is bar at the first 3 strings at 12th fret, the bar. But then we're going to take our 3rd finger and we're going to put it down there at the 14th fret of the 2nd string. We're going to push down on all that. And we're going to hit that 4th string open with it again. That's that D flat diminished. And it sounds like it wants to go home, right? And here we are, 12 frets higher than where we started. And we got the D again. Right here at the 14th position, okay? That's the D. We got the D again. So within this 12 fret span, look at it this way. We got all 7 of those chords in D major within that 12 fret span, which is just the octave up there of the D, okay? And the last thing I want to show you about the chords is to get that diminished one down here at the bottom, like below. There's the the 1st degree of D major is D. You want to get the 7th, that diminished one, right below it, back to it. Okay, to get that one, it's kind of easy. You just take your index and you put it down on the 2nd fret of the 2nd string, and then you hit the first 4 strings. So strings 1, 3, and 4 are open, and you're fretting that one string, 2nd string at the 2nd fret. That's that 7th interval, that 7th chord of D major. Back to the 1. Create anything out this, intros, full songs, jam chord passages, jazz, crank over the D major scale over the whole thing, and it'll sound really modal every time you change a chord, you know. That's a 1, 4, and 5 in D major. It's just a 1, 4, 5 in D major. Here's a 2, 3, 2, 36 in D major. One below, and diminished one. Okay, so this stuff is really cool for D major. Okay, it works well with other keys too. We could do stuff like this, but one of the coolest ones is D. And also, finally, keep in mind, you got that pinky available. So wherever you have this major shape, that pinky down on the first string, okay, you know, right underneath your third finger, you can put that pinky down, you can take it on and off. Okay, and when you're on the minor ones, same thing. Pinky down on the first string, right underneath the third finger, okay, in the same fret, but the first string. Okay, even on the diminished one, okay, if you want to add it, same thing, below that third finger. First string, that'll also work, okay? And then back home to your D, okay? I wouldn't get too carried away with adding the extra stuff, or, you know, whatever you want to do. It's up to you. But all the stuff will be in the key of D major, tubers. Okay, anyway, it's really cool stuff, tubers, okay? So, Riffs Unlimited, the Endless Riffer, next time, okay? D major triads with the pedal tone, next time.